Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we are so excited to have you again. We have breaking news, and it has to do with political appointees who are seeking elective offices in the 2023 general election. Buhari has finally spoken, and very soon we won't see the likes of Amechi again as political appointees, Pabio, and the likes. And you're going to hear what the president have to say via the office of the Minister of Information. Don't forget that in the state level, it was a well-known thing that if you're vying for any position, you just have to resign. And that was going on in droves in the state level, but their counterpart at the federal level refused to relinquish their position. But the president, who was quiet over the issue, has decided to react. We're going to hear what he has to say, and we are going to look at the Constitution, which section of the Constitution talks elaborately about these issues. But before we continue, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well to hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, President Muhammadu Buhari has asked ministers aspiring to be president in 2023 to resign immediately. He singled out the Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajuba, for braving the odds to quit to avoid conflict of interest. But other ministers seeking to be governors, senators, and House of Representative members were busy trying to seek clarification if they were affected. The president gave the quit notice at the tail end of the Federal Executive Council meeting today, Wednesday. A visibly angry president said he has received the resignation of Nwajuba seeking to be president. He said, I expect other members of this council seeking to be president to resign with immediate effect. A source in the cabinet says we were not clear if this directive will affect other ministers aspiring to be governors, senators, and House of Representative members. We are expecting more clarification soon. Some of the aspirants include Governor of Central Bank, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Mr. Tembere Silva, and the Minister of Niger Delta, Senator Godswill Akpabio. Wow, this is really interesting. And a lot of people are talking about if this was a setup, to kick these guys out of office because right now the whole thing is not clear. Some people say I am not involved, or some said I am involved, and all of that. But already it's very glaring, based on the provision of the Constitution in this regards. I think a particular section, which I'm going to reveal to you in a jiffy, talks about the issue of being appointee and still seeking elective position. Now, according to section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act 2022, it bars political appointees from voting or being voted for at a convention or congress of a political party for the purpose of nominating candidates for any election. But then, if you also move a little bit to some specific, section in the 1999 Constitution as amended, as section 66, 1071, subsection 1137, subsection 1182, subsection 1, all of that stipulate that public officers who want to contest an election must have resigned their position at least 30 days to the date of the election. Most of them are clustering around that area, that after all, we are public office holders. And that's why most of them are saying, I don't really understand what is going on. Sure, we are public office holders, we are not appointees and all of that. For those who are appointees, according to the amended constitution, that's section 84, subsection 12. That one talks about political appointees, that those ones are meant to quit immediately. While the other one, public office holder, which most of them are walking around, that one talks about the issue of them quitting the office 30 days to the date of election. But based on what the president just said now, it's very glaring that as far as you are, seeking for any political position and you are not an elective person, you've got to quit. Because for him to celebrate the Minister of State for Education, Nwajoba, it's a clear indication also that he wants every other person who is, seeking for political position to take a walk. I don't know what their defense will be, but right now, as we all know, the president is telling them to take a walk. Let me also share with you how it was presented via the office of the Minister Minister of Information, because most people believe that that one is better, is clearer than every other one. And here it clearly stated that any further change will, the people will be notified. And it talks about the minister, saying something about further info will be related to people. Someone like Malami, we are still waiting to hear a possible response about his own case, because he was of the opinion that he's a public office holder, and for him it's going to be 30 days before the forthcoming elections. But Nigerians have gone to social media to comment over this issue. Someone say it's a good job for President Muhammadu Buhari, three boza for the president for a job well done. Another person here, Kasala Don Boss. Season film don't start, sea levels. And I don't know the rate at which these guys were running after, declaring intention for presidency and all of that. I don't know if it was a plan to see how they can be hoisted. Many of them can be hoisted out of power. Imagine somebody like CBN governor, looking for such a position. And I feel right now it should also be in the list of people who should be kicked out of office. And the due date, I think they said the due date is 16th day of May 2022. 16 days, which means barely 3, 4, 5 days from now. And if that is the situation, it means that we'll start hearing a lot of things. Possibly some of them will be captured by EFCC, because for many of them, they were waiting for such a time like this for them to be jumped on. The likes of some of the distinct ministers. I won't like to mention name, but I think the only person exempted is Professor Osinbajo, because that one is in an elected position. It was part of the crew of President Muhammadu Buhari. So at least Tinubu's heart will be at rest, because some of them may not, without that office, they can't be as influential as we think they should be. But that's where I like to leave it. Go to our comment section.